Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I'm doing another of my kind of series called the Forgotten Eyeshadow series. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, you will know that I like to basically concentrate on one palette and kind of look at the shades that I haven't used, because there's certain palettes that I go to and there's always the certain shades that I go to and the other ones get left behind. So I thought, let's start up a little series where I concentrate on the ones that do get left behind. So in case you can't tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the Rawbeautykristi, if I even said that right, collaboration that she did with Colourpop. It was last year, I believe. Time's flying by so quickly. So yeah, this is the At Forest Sight palette. I've used this quite a few times on my channel before, but there are some shades that I haven't used, so that does mean I'm going to be doing a green look today. So if you're bored of my green looks, I really apologise, but that just seems to be the colour that I'm kind of attracted to at the moment. If you can hear a whooshing noise, it's my fan. It's a very, very, very humid day today, because London is just up and down with its weather. So yeah, I thought I would talk about this palette, so let's get into it really. So if you haven't seen this palette before, it's a nice selection of some greens, and you've got some kind of new tones. Essentially what she was saying about this palette is that it reminds her of the forest and where she kind of lives in Washington, I believe. So this palette came out last year. Last year was like an amazing year for her because she had 2 collaborations, she had a baby, I think she's been trying for a very, very long time, like over 10 years to have a baby, and now she has a little one, and now she's back on YouTube just occasionally doing some videos. So I thought today this would be kind of like the perfect time. So one thing I don't really like is that there's no mirror here, but it's not the end of the world because I've got mine just here. So I think the first shade I'm going to go in with first is probably going to be Fiddlehead, which is this light green one just here. So when I saw that she was doing a collab with Colourpop, I was so happy because I know this is a collaboration that she's wanted to do for so long, and one that a lot of people have like wanted her to do as well, which is even better. So annoying, it's closed by itself, but yeah, I thought I would start on the eyes today just because just mix it up a little bit, because obviously normally I like to start on the base and then work my way onto the eyes, but I thought let's try something a bit different today. And I don't think this palette has much fallout. It's been a while since I have used it, but I haven't got any base out, but you can see how pigmented it is already. So I'm just making that first shade kind of like a nice transition. And I mean, a lot of the shades that I haven't used in this palette are quite random, but there's a shimmer that I'm going to be using, one of the Supershock shadows, but it's not one of hers, because in the collaboration I just picked up the eyeshadow palette because I really didn't want to get anything else, because she came out with some eyeliners. I mean, if you're familiar with this collaboration, you know what she brought out. So I thought I would just kind of get the palette and at the time just see what else they had. And Colourpop always come out with stuff like every week. So when they had this collaboration, I was excited to see what else she brought out, but it just really wasn't for me at the time. So let's now go into Emerald City. I think I have tried that before, but I think I might have only swatched it. So I'm just taking one of my kind of defined corner brushes and I'm going to put that in my crease so that darkens it up a bit. And yeah, so as you can see, it's here. I'm going to darken it up a bit. Oh wow, okay. I'm kind of glad I didn't put a base down because I want to see just how the palette works by itself a lot more, because I don't know however long you leave palettes for that they go a bit, not stale, that's a bit of a horrible word, but they go a bit kind of like dry and you're kind of like, okay, the magic has kind of disappeared. But I feel like this palette hasn't lost that just yet, and I guess it hasn't even been a year yet. I don't even remember when this palette came out. My memory is freaking terrible, but it was definitely, was it around this time last year? It must have been, because I remember the pure one that she came out with, and then obviously this one she came out with after. just before she had her baby. So I think it might have been a bit later on in the year. I should have actually checked that, but I'm so lazy. What I tend to do with my videos sometimes, I always think of what video I'm going to do like the day before, and then when it gets to the day, I'm like, let's do something else. Because I was going to do another video today, but I thought, you know what, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so this is the perfect time. So is there anything else I'm missing? I'm kind of not used homegrown, so I'm going to see if that will work at all. I can completely ruin it, but it's a brown. I'm going to put that on like the rest of the lid and then add the Super Shock afterwards. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty random, but I'm just going to blend it in, and my brush is a bit stiff. And then, yeah, just going to blend that in together because it's not the best kind of looking shade. It just look like muck, but we're going to blend it, and then we're going to add the shimmer just on top. With the Super Shock shadows, I've always mentioned this, that they're always a little bit hit and miss for me because I don't know if I'm using them right. Because a lot of people obviously use their finger to add it on, or you can use a brush, which is always great. But we'll see how it goes today. So I'm using the shade Lightning Bug. This is one that I have used a few times before, and I do really like it, but again, I don't know if I'm doing it right. So I'm taking a clean finger, and I'm just gonna, if you haven't seen this swatch before, let me see if I can do a good job. Like, that is, it's stunning, as Ameena says. So let's just add that onto, okay, yeah. I mean, sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, I'm having a bad day when I'm swatching, but sometimes they just don't come out right, and then today, they've come out right. So far so good. This is kind of like a deep gold, and these shadows are amazing. Like, Colourpop are known for their Super Shock shadows, and I think Kristi came out with 2 or 3 of them in her collection, and I think at the time when the collection came out, I had already had Lightning Bug, I think, so I was like, I don't need any more. But if you haven't tried them and you are getting stuff from Colourpop, I would really recommend them because they're pretty gorgeous. So I am just going to quickly clean up my hand, and then I'm going to continue with the rest of the face. So I had a bit of a tidy, and now I'm going to go on with the rest of the face, and I thought I would just do it on camera because why the hell not? It gives me a chance to chat with you guys. So I'm just going to go in with my oat face milk. I purchased this quite recently, well, say recently, I reviewed it recently. I ordered it about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and Colourpop are just really behind on their orders, which is fine because they're a very popular brand, so I can imagine every day that they must get so many orders. But yeah, this oat face milk I am really liking because it's soothing and it's just nice. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I really love the face milks. They just are an amazing moisturiser. I did put down a moisturiser beforehand, but because my skin is extremely drying, this is perfect. And I know I've gone a bit red, but that's what happens when I like digging in my face. So I'm gonna let that settle in for a moment, and then now I'm gonna go in with my Elf Cosmetics blush primer. And again, this is like quite a new item that I've purchased, but I have used a few times on my channel. But I just like to kind of mix things up a bit because I don't want to keep on using the same thing again and again on my channel, because I'm trying to like cut down on my purchasing. So I'm gonna just go in with this, and what I love about this as well, you get the little spatula and you get the brush as well on the other side, so you're not always kind of going overboard, even though I always take out way too much than necessary when it comes to this primer. But it's all good, it's all just gonna blend in anyway. So if you guys haven't tried this before, and if you haven't tried any of their putty primers, actually they're really nice. Again, very softening for the skin and very moisturizing. I feel like I you know, when I put a foundation on top, I feel like it does help the longevity of it. A lot of people don't like primers, but I do feel sometimes it does make a big effect, especially for someone like me with my skin. I need the moisture and I need the softness, so that's perfect. And yeah, so today is actually Monday that I'm filming this, and I have 2 days off today. I'm so happy. Like tomorrow I have my appointment for my rosacea. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, I've been talking about how kind of I've been dealing with my rosacea recently. Like I've been going to a skin clinic just to kind of see if I can get any more support around my rosacea. Just going in with my 24-hour infallible wear by L'Oreal. I haven't used this in ages, so I thought I would use it today. And yeah, so I thought let's just book off a couple of days, like 1 day extra as well. So my appointment is actually tomorrow. And I guess I'm excited but nervous at the same time. But I thought today I would just film a video because I'm meeting up with a friend this afternoon, and it's actually pissing it down with rain. So, you know, of course I have to take time off when it's starting to rain because that's just typical. Like, I mean, I have mentioned that I'm not the biggest fan of the sun when it comes to like the weather that London's had recently. And you know, the rain is also great, but I don't like walking around looking like a wet dog or feeling damp all day. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But you know, got myself an umbrella, of course, because that's what happens when you want to protect yourself from the rain. You get yourself an umbrella. This eyeshadow makes me look a little bit ill. I don't know if it's because of like the darkness. No, the kind of look of it. I don't know. I feel like I've got some Beetlejuice vibes going on there, even though, you know, I'm not dead. But I just feel like it's a little bit. I don't know. I like it, but I just don't know when it looks on me. I just think I look ill, but it's not because of the foundation obviously being too light for me. Although this is quite a nice match. This is in the shade Ivory, 20 Ivory. And this is such a nice foundation, although I never understand when it's like, oh yeah, 24-hour wear, and I'm like, it's definitely not. For someone like me, my top lip is going to be like annihilated in the next 10 minutes. That's why I have my fan on, because if I constantly have the air on me, I feel okay. I'm going in with my Pro Base Concealer by MUA because it's I need something to kind of sort out the little bits here and there, and just define under my eyes, so I can maybe add a little bit onto my lower lash line. Not anything too crazy, but just something subtle to make me look more ill, basically, because that's just the look right now. If I'm not like sweating, I'm looking ill. So perfect. But yeah, I have my appointment tomorrow. I'm nervous but excited. I'm more nervous just because I'm obviously speaking to another doctor about how I feel with my rosacea and how it's been affecting me, but I just know that the answer that they're going to give me is not going to be anything crazy helpful, because if they are going to give me any help, it's going to cost hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And I feel like, I mean, I've mentioned this so many times in other videos, so I apologise if you're bored of hearing it, but that's just what's going on with my life right now. It's just very nerve-wracking to speak to someone about something so personal. I know that when they're a doctor it's quite different, but when it comes to like strangers and stuff, obviously if it's a stranger then it's none of their business, but because it's a doctor and I want some professional advice, I need to just bite the bullet and talk about it. It's going to set my face quickly because I feel like that will give me a bit more of a better look. So let's just I'm using so much MUA today. That wasn't even intentional, but this is another one of their Pro Base setting sprays. And then now I'm going to go into blush, using one of my favourite blushes by beautybay, and I'm just going to add some of this in my usual spots. And yeah, if there's any like video ideas that you guys want me to look into, let me know, because I obviously have a lot of makeup that I own, and there's always makeup that I occasionally buy. Like I said, I'm trying to cut down on my purchasing, because I do have a lot of makeup. But if there's anything that you're intrigued in seeing that you think I might like, I would want to try, please let me know. Not that I'm running out of ideas, but it's always good to mix things up a bit. Why can't I open this? Oh my god, this is, hang on, did I have this issue last time? I'm using the Technic Mega Glow Quad. Honestly, why is this so painful to open? It's like Crystal Maze. Oh my god. You know what, I might just, what is happening? It's ruining my nails. I might just go in, let me see if I can use any of these eyeshadows. Now, let's go in with a supershock shadow because I don't care. I don't understand. Right, let's take this. This could go completely wrong, but I'm just gonna add some slight, because I can't not have highlighter today. That's actually really cute, and this is because this is like a darker gold copper feel. It might be a bit darker on my skin, but I don't care. So, ooh. I might have to start using this as highlighters now. Okay, I don't understand, why is that not opening? Like, it's Technic makeup, it's not like it's made out of gold or anything. That's really annoying, because that's really just annoyed my nail. I hate that. I hate you. You're ruining my life. Right, I'm going to quickly go and do, oh my lord. Just completely, why am I so clumsy today? What is happening? I'm going to go in slightly on my lower lash line. I'm going to take a very small brush, and I'm going to I'll go back in with Fiddlehead, which is this one just here, and I'm taking it a very small amount. Yeah, you can see the shadow all over my hand now, but I'm going to take it just here. If you can see it a little bit, not too crazy. And I'm going to go on the other side too. Okay. Right, now I'm going to go on with my lips, and I'm going to quickly do it off camera because you don't need to just listen to the fan, but I'm using a lip liner by MUA, and I'm using one of the new NYX XXL lip lingeries in the shade It's Hotter, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my finished look, and this is me just concentrating on the At Forest Sight palette by Rawbeautykristi and Colourpop. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have this palette, if you like it, if you don't like it. I thought it was very, very nice. Like, in my initial reaction, I do really like it. Apart from looking a bit ill, I mean, to me it looks like I'm a little bit ill, but I think it's just the greens that kind of, it's a different tone of green that I'm used to. But yeah, this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. And I hope you're having a very good week, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye guys.